You have finally made it. You're sitting in front of about 24 executives, and you're kind of wondering to yourself, now how the fuck did I get here? Well, sit down, and I might just tell you. Ready? Ready. So, the industry sprang up in Los Angeles around the turn of the last century, and if anyone tries to tell you it was because of the cheap land and variety of climates and settings, that's bullshit. The truth is, Thomas Edison, yeah, that asshole, had a patent on the means to produce films exclusively in New Jersey, and thus had a market monopoly. And so all the New York theater types bravely ran away to LA to get away with copyright infringement. A fine tradition, if you ask me. Now, what has this got to do with how to sell your story? It doesn't, but we're getting there. As a consequence of the first actors, writers, and directors literally being sniped from Broadway, the tradition of screenwriting largely evolved out of the format of American stage play. But you already knew that, right? Right. So, what have these snarky, smug New York types that ran away to Hollywood land have to do with selling your story? If you want to roll around in Scrooge McDuck levels of golden opulence, literally everything. The first step? Get noticed. Now, I don't mean like the misunderstood nerdy girl at prom. You actually gotta put the work in. You can't just take off your glasses, braces, put on some makeup, and inevitably realize the real beauty is internal. No, you actually have to put in the effort. One tactic is to write a screenplay so drop-dead awesome that it wins a competition. But, in actuality, the competition circuit are mostly smoke mirrors and con men. There are a few good ones, like the various screencraft competitions, the Blacklist, and the Nichols Fellowship, which is literally run by the Oscars, but most of them suck, a lot, and they won't advance your career, and get that next genius screenplay in front of those executives like you want if you desire to drive around in a Bentley that runs on champagne and blow. Part deuce. Write a short. This one is tried and true. If you want something to attach to your portfolio, nothing works quite like a short film. Honest to God, it's way harder to write a good short than it is to write a good feature. Enter that into some festivals, and maybe you're on the next train to Tinseltown. Probably not, though. Lots of directors, most of them, actually, started with shorts. Every one of the directors in my brilliant intro, they all started making shorts. All of them.
I was going to commit suicide. I was actually going to commit suicide. I was going to go open the bathroom, I was going to fill a tub of hot water, and I was going to slice open my veins. I was actually going to, I was going to do it. Now, for a 3-year-old to be thinking like that, that's really depressing.
I've been consulted by Franklin D. Greta Garbo has had me to tea.
Well, where's Huggy Bear? Dignan, he's not there. Huggy Bear is not in every single episode. Wait a second, running to different payphones, what the hell is that all about?
That's what I'm trying
You
to
gotta
explain.
pad your portfolio if you want into the Playboy Mansion, right? PUDLEY'S. Polish your work. No, really, polish it. Obsess over it until it controls all your thoughts and makes up all your dreams. Obsess over it until everyone leaves, and then you have nothing else but the movie and the emptiness in your soul. And then fill that emptiness with a script. Actually, never mind. That won't do. That's unhealthy. But if you want into those cocaine-fueled Hollywood benders that last for days, your health doesn't really matter, does it? No joke, though, you actually have to polish your work. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Make contacts. After you're confident that your portfolio is sufficiently padded, you can really start reaching out. Write a query letter, or a one-page pitch in email form while your work, along with any placements in those good competitions we talked about, would fit well with the producer you're querying. Also, if you sent your script for coverage and it came back recommended, add that too. Especially if the coverage is from one of those more reputable services like Coverfly or the Blacklist. Now, another thing you could try is putting together marketing material like this. This is a poster I made for one of my scripts last year. No, you're not going to get any of those actors attached. Actually, don't include known actors in your marketing material. Moving on. If you are lucky, you will get a response, but you probably won't. Another avenue, and probably the best, is signing with a literary manager. You don't want an agent. Agents are basically just lawyers. Literary managers are your friends. There's countless management firms, but here's a few worth mentioning. 3 Arts is your go-to with TV comedies. Zero Gravity is the art tour's paradise. Heroes and Villains is the firm for video games and comic books. Kirsten. Bellevue is the firm for new writers and underrepresented voices. Mosaic is for comedy features. Listen, there's endless options for management firms. Always suss out which ones are legit and which ones aren't. But these firms are your golden ticket. Managers can get projects in front of people, the people with the money, the people made of money. That's how you got here. You wrote a good short, polished your feature, got noticed at the Nichols, got signed, and now you're here. But, you know what? Fuck it. Burn it down. You don't need these clowns. You don't need to worry about marketability or star power. Or just burn that shit. You know what? For real. You don't need $20 million and 24/7 hookers on call to make a film. Like, just go down to the library and take out a camera. Go get your friends. Write something you like. Film it. Does it stink? Go make another. And another. Do it for you. You don't need the validation of extremely rich, out-of-touch snobs. Just make something for you. And you know what? If it's good, someone might want to buy it. But these firms are your golden ticket. Managers can I need a drink.